Back on, and here's the big question. Should you know which shop you're getting into, who the owner is, and how the food has been prepared with certain safety or not? Some visuals that have come from Ghaziabad, where a man is seen spitting into a roti while he's making it and then putting it. Another person in Shamli making juice and spitting into that juice, pineapple juice, as he's crushing the juice and then serving it. Another person who was actually mixing urine in a bottle with the juice and then serving. All these visuals have come across from various. Another thing, you go to a head massage or a face massage in Shamli and in Lucknow, the person is spitting on his hand and then doing the head massage or the face massage. These are visuals, verified ones which have come to the fore, after which the UP government said there is going to be a notification which says all owners, shop owners should display their right name, the proprietor's name, number, and there should be verification of whoever is working in these establishments. So far, it is eateries, restaurants. In Himachal, they are saying even the vendors, their verification should be done, Rediwalas. Rahul Shivshankar and Zaka Jacob, where do you stand on this?
I don't have my notes.
I don't have mine either. But I don't need it for this one.
So let me just say, look, first of all, I have a slight problem with identifying people with name. Because as a journalist who writes on certain issues, I had a problem with Rahul Gandhi wanting to ask everyone what their caste was. Now, in a country, unfortunately, where there are fault lines, it becomes very difficult not to guarantee that someone's identity will not be held against them. Now, you said that, certain people were caught micturating into the food, spitting, this, that, the other. Do you think by putting your name on your shop front is going to stop somebody who has a deviant bent of mind, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, whatever, I don't care, from doing what he's going to do?
But putting the name is not the only thing.
Now,
putting a CCTV, verification of who's
fine.
working, all of that is part of this
different.
entire directive.
Now, I know that when you go, for example, to various shops now, you have, under the Shop and Establishment Act, you have a plaque which puts the name of the owner, this, that, the other. But tomorrow, if you go down this road, there'll be a large number of people who turn around and say, look, our tradition doesn't allow us to eat at a place where there are individuals who are non-vegetarians but are making vegetarian food. I mean, a large number of us contract domestic help, and a large number of us will ask, the help to make this, that, the other, and they will say that, look, our faith doesn't allow us. Now, should we have, during the interview process, considered those things? And would that become, in some ways or the other, a reason to eliminate that person from a job? I'm just saying.
No.
So this is my view loosely. But I'm open to changing my view.
1 minute. I'm saying, doesn't that door swing both ways? One, would you not want a verification and the identity known of the person who's going to work in your house, to whom you are going to, also hand over the safety, not just of your house, the security and the well-being of your loved ones when you are not in your absence? You would want a verification of it. If that person says, I will not make this kind of food, you are giving that person the choice. So should you not, as a person who's employing that person, decide that I want somebody who will make this kind of food?
See, Anand,
so it swings both ways, right?
It's a complex issue. There's no doubt about it.
I concur with the first part of what Rahul said, that by putting the owner's name, you are not doing anything to increase safety. Just by saying, Munna Daba run by Afzal Khan, it doesn't mean that the safety is going up or down, right? The safety has nothing to do with the owner's name. Secondly, how are you going to do this with, large chains? McDonald's, franchised by Sanjeev Sharma. I mean, come on. Why should it be displayed to the whole world and their uncles? The name. The name of the owner, how does it help?
I have no problem. We're confusing a couple of issues.
Do I not have the right? Do you not want the right as a... You and me may not...
the police will go and they will find out who the owner of the dhaba is.
You and me, it may not matter to us which shop we are going into, as long as we say the place is hygienic and it is serving the food that we want and we trust the food, we'll go and eat it. But there will be others who want to know what position am I going. Especially during Kavod this happened, because Kavod Yatris at that time who keep the Kavod have to follow a certain rigor.
So
they
how
cannot
far
eat
are we
in a
going to take this?
No, it
because
is
we live in
respecting the other and giving the
okay,
person and giving the person a choice. So if I get to choose, listen, three shop establishment, this is what is run. I think I have the right as a consumer to say which shop I want to go to.
Okay, so just
and
a
I should
small
have the right
point
to know who's serving what and who's owning, who's running
so
it.
just a small
You may
point.
call me bigoted, you may call me, orthodox, you may call me whatever. But if this is who I am, then should I not have the right?
You can
That's
always
what I'm
go
asking
and
you.
ask the owner
That's what
what
I'm
his
asking.
name is.
If
you
you're
know.
bigoted, you don't have the right.
No.
Bigotry can't be
It's
excused.
if I'm orthodox, if I have a certain set of beliefs, if I'm a Jain, should I not know who's running this place?
Then it'll be nurses, it'll be hospitals,
It should be everywhere. I believe it should be everywhere that I should know what's going on.
I think
If I have
that's
somebody who's spitting into a juice while serving it to kids, I have a problem.
It's
I have a
fundamentally
problem.
discriminatory.
Well, when we get blood.
No, exactly.
When we get
Are you going
blood,
to say that
are
it
we
has to
now
come
going to
from?
say I want to know exactly?
Do you or do you not get that blood tested?
No.
Do you get that blood tested for impurities?
Is it tested for?
You get that blood tested for.
It's not
You get that.
tested for
You get that.
who gave it,
No.
right?
It doesn't matter. You get that blood tested for impurities. You get that blood tested for
Yeah, so who's
diseases.
stopping
You
you
get
from
that blood
testing?
tested for the right group, and then you
don't
know.
get the
and
blood
person-
tested for what religion it belongs to or the
it's
donor's
not about
religion.
So
Come on.
I'm just. But you get the blood tested. No, you don't blindly take
Come
the
on,
blood, right?
man. This is a
No,
stretch.
there's
You
a-
don't
there's a
blindly
side-
take the
you're
blood, so
confusing-
I don't know.
you're
So you
blurring
can
the
argue
line.
either
No, just
ways.
1 minute. I'll tell you. It's like,
can
okay,
argue
fine.
either
If the
ways.
problem is with impurity, just give me 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds. If the problem is with an impure juice being served by Raghu Dhaba run by Irfan, test the juice. And if the juice turns out to be adulterated, get hold of Irfan.
If that person is serving you under whatever name you called Raghu Dhaba run by Irfan, if he's spitting into the juice because he's
But
trying
then
to
you'll find that
he's
out,
trying
no?
to,
He can
he's
still,
trying
he
to
can still
he's trying to
spit,
do Bismillah
calling
into the
it-
coffee
no,
and serving
he
you the
can
coffee.
still
Should you
spit.
do
One
it?
second. He can still.
No, if
if
he's
it's
doing-
Raghu
that's why
Dhaba run by
CCTV.
Raghu, he can still
No,
spit
if
in
he's
it. No.
if he's still spitting, if he's still
What is
spitting,
the
then put a
CCTV? We are not
That's
objecting
why.
to CCTV.
So
We are not
that's why I need to
objecting
know the name and I need to find out.
but
So it's part of the entire set
yeah,
of
the
rules.
name
hang on.
doesn't
The
prove
name
anything.
It's a
plate,
whole set of
the logic
rules.
there breaks down with the name plate.
It's a whole set
Now-
of rules. If you're putting, then don't display
Now,
any
look,
name
let's
at
be
all.
honest.
Why are you calling yourself Saraswati Dhaba when you're doing it with a design?
That's
right?
because that's
One second,
all of
Anand,
those
what
are
is the
other
intent?
issues.
What is the intent of putting the name of the owner? What do you want to know by knowing the name of the owner? What is the intent?
No,
1 second. What do you want to know by seeing?
I
the
don't
name?
want to know
No,
anything.
when-
the state's
What does the state want to know?
The state's position is that declare who the owner is. That's all.
by putting the name, what do you get to know?
I don't know. I
No,
don't
the
get
state,
to know anything.
the
I think
state.
from
What
the
does the-
consumer,
what does the state get
from
to
the
know?
consumer's point of view, they want to know what the shop is called, who the owner is.
Yeah,
that the
but by the
consumer
name
knows.
of the owner,
And the
you-
consumer
no,
decides.
You want to get to know his religion, right?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what
know.
it is.
I
In
don't
the
know.
public
That's
domain,
what it is.
yes,
I don't know.
because
So let's,
the government
let's
knows.
not beat around the bush.
So-
You
so-
want to know the
No,
religion
so
of
if
the
the-
owner.
if
Exactly,
the-
That's why you're
because
putting
the
the name.
government
No,
gives
if
you
the
a
consumer-
parcha,
I want to ask
which
you
you have
this.
to sign, and you have to declare your, in
What-
their
what-
records.
What I'm asking
everyone
is,
knows who is who.
If the
Yeah.
consumer says, I want to know, why can't you tell me?
He can go and ask him.
He can go and ask him.
Why
show
can't
me,
you know? Why can't
show
you
me
tell
your
me?
wallet.
Yeah.
Show
Why
me your
can't you tell me?
driving
That
license.
that is exactly
etc.
so. Rather than
But in
doing
any
this
case,
and
why should-
getting
no, hang on.
aggressive
First of
about
all-
it, it's passively written there. Why can't you just declare who you are?
Right, so
sell
then-
it.
then you
And
can
I will
perhaps
still walk into a place. I
profile-
don't care as long as the food is served is pure and I know and it meets a certain standard. And from me perceptually, I trust that place. That's what
In
I'll
fact,
go.
going back to the
That's who I
Jain
am.
example-
But there'll be others who may not go.
You
Yeah?
know,
So you got to
he
give them
should-
that
he should-
choice.
He should actually be going and asking the owner, do you put garlic and onion in your food rather than what your name is? Is your name a Sharma or a Khan?
Clearly, if there are Jains who will not only order Jain food, but they will also not eat in a place which makes non-Jain food with garlic in there. There are
Tomorrow
those
you will
who
say
they are
that
not- that's their
I'm
choice.
living in a locality. There was
You
this
can't give.
lady,
You're saying I will not give
I
you their
found her a
choice, but
bit-
I'll give others their choice.
I found her a bit disturbed, the person, and I'm not going to name anybody, but there was a rangoli on the floor. And that person had a problem with the rangoli.
Yeah.
Saying that I'm an atheist and this is not acceptable. Similarly, someone who's intrinsically got a problem with Muslims or Hindus might say that I don't want to eat in a restaurant that is run
Let
by a
that
Hindu
person
and a
not
Muslim.
eat. I
One
don't know,
second.
as a
But
restaurant
aren't
owner, I don't
we-
want that customer.
Okay, so 1 second. By putting that nameplate there, aren't we facilitating profiling?
See, you may agree.
This is just a question.
Listen, Rahul,
I remember
Zaka, please
there was a country called Germany.
How much?
And
Yeah,
back
I
in
was just gonna get that, yeah.
1939,
Yeah.
I think this country said, first of all, that you must have a particular kind of gamete. After that, they said that, look, let's also put a couple of crosses on some people's doors because, we don't want to pass the doors of these people living in here. Then we say, why do we even want them here? Send them into gulags
Let
or,
me-
into
let me ask you.
concentration
Yes,
camps.
let-
Or into ghettos.
Let me ask you, outside of
So-
I'm just saying, if that's what you're implying, I'm just saying in our country everybody should have an equal right to choose and an equal right to know.
Yeah, but-
so if you can give one set of people to choose what kind of meat they want to eat and they want it to be declared openly, and five-star hotels will put it out proudly that we serve only this
Yeah,
kind
but
of
so they-
meat.
but the
So then
name-
at that time you're inclusive. At
We are
that
not-
time you're
we are not-
secular.
It doesn't
Here
put the
there
name
is
of the
another
chef
section
or the name
says
of the owner,
I want
no.
to,
Exactly.
I want to know. No, but they are choosing what kind of food is being served, right?
That's fair enough. You can't eat it, don't
But you have
eat it.
denied the entire other lot that choice. Okay, that other lot says, all
Again,
right,
you
it's
have the
okay.
same
But in
choice.
this
You don't
case,
want to eat
somebody
at that
saying,
restaurant, don't eat at that
I want to
restaurant.
know which shop I
How
want
is
to
it
do.
denying
I
the
may
others the
agree with that
choice?
person or not, but that person has the right to choose, and the state has
and
said,
that-
okay, put it out.
and that
If you have nothing to hide, put out
And
the
that
name.
choice, Anand,
Why are you
once again,
observing?
and that choice has nothing to do with the name or the religion of the owner or
It's all right.
the
No,
chef or
that's
the
okay. That's okay.
you know,
I'm
sous
just
chef.
saying there is a groundswell to it, and there is a reality that stares in front of us via these videos and what's happening around us, and the state has reacted to it, and there's a reason why others are following suit, and that's where it is. Now, if the
the
top courts of
courts
our
have struck
country
it
can
down.
opine on one aspect, the courts can they select. My issue with the courts, and very respectfully, is they don't strike it equanimously. They also are, there is a view, a colored view when it comes to certain matters and a different view when it comes to other matters. And that's where I feel that the courts are also not being absolutely
No, that might be-
unilateral
that
in
might
their
be so,
positions.
but
So
on-
let
on this
the courts
particular
then
issue-
strike down any amount of halal meat that is being forced on all those who don't eat halal.
that's
Let
a
the
good
courts strike
point.
it down.
That's
They're
a
not
good
striking
point.
it down.
No
They're
one
not
is
striking it
denying
down.
that.
Forced on.
The government
What do
made
you
it
mean?
mandatory.
You don't-
Sir,
you don't want to eat
no,
it, don't
in
eat it,
2006,
sir.
no, in 2006, 2007, this was changed in 2015, 16, when the government of the day said that all meat that will be exported will only be halal.
Because the countries that are receiving that meat has that
but
demand.
how can you make that rule? Because the people, that entire range of about 5,000 butcher families had to convert, because otherwise they would have run out of, because they were doing jhatka and they had to convert and become Muslims, because otherwise they can't follow the profession of butchery because they can't do halal. So all of this happened in our country, Zaka. Nobody said anything then. The courts did not strike it down. The courts did not say it's unconstitutional then, and they're saying it now. So that's my issue.
No, that's
Let
fine.
the courts have an equanimous view. Whatever the view, I'm just saying in our country, we may not agree with a lot of things. I may not be the person who welcomes or who wants Yogi to put that. But there are others who want. And if that number is huge and if matters to them, the state has said, okay, put it out. As an owner, I don't have a problem.
But it certainly
declaring who I am.
mattered to a couple of politicians.
No, if
in
it is
the
hurting,
Himachal
if it is
government,
hurting the owner
and they-
putting his name, then I question the intent of the
Yeah.
owner. I
Yeah,
question
well,
the intent
okay,
of the.
look,
All
I
right,
mean,
gents, very engaging,
It's
and we've
always
run.
good to have. It's always good
Yeah.
to have different views, banding
No, but
about.
that's the beauty of
on
not
this
just
lovely
Take 3,
table.
not just
So
beauty
we've
of Take
had a
3
nice-
of the News 18 network, but also about Bharat, ladies and gentlemen. We can debate and we can have samvad and tark. That's the beauty of it. It's been fun, gents. Thank you very much. Thank you.